In 2-5 shortened spring season, who knows what they would have been at their best if it was a full Patriot League schedule this season and off to one of its best starts in program history. So here we go for the first rally of set 2. It'll be set up by Butters. And Cutler getting it down and stuck by Stewart. Deegan will just send it back over. That's Rich from the left side going to Carnig. And she's able to save it. A big one, but Deegan right there to keep the ball alive. And from the right side, Carnig getting the ball off of Deegan and Gibson. And Armies begin set 2 with a point of their own. They're up 1-0. A real good look from them to start it off. That's what they wanted to begin this set. We'll see what more they can provide here. That rally went on for a little while. And Lafayette just able to keep that ball alive as well. The tip over nearly got Stewart, but she kept it alive again. And Deegan responds forcefully against Army. However, her response was not as big as she wanted it to be. Ball went out of bounds. Attack arrow off of her. 2-0 lead now for the Black Knights. Deegan from the left side, and she gets the ball touched. Touched by the Black Knights, and Lafayette will get their first point here in the second set. Now only down 2-1. Deegan was really big for the Leopards in set 1, looking very big looking really strong for them in every way. A real big deflection right there by the Leopards. Cutter just sending it over. I think that was just a simple overpass. And that really caught Weston off guard. She was the closest one to try and save it. But it falls to the ground, and Army retakes a 2-point lead. They're up 3-1. It can be very surprising about how most of those plays go. And down the middle it goes. That one courtesy of Maddie Warmond. One of the few kills that she has gotten so far here tonight. And now it's 3-2 to lead for Army. We got another substitution. Ray Stewart checking out. So now Alyssa Vitale will send it over on her serve. Etheridge was barely able to set it up, and she finds Fiximer. Paige Fiximer entering this contest tonight. She has been big with over 184 kills on the year. And the 69 blocks entering tonight that she has also worked well with. So nothing better for her than that. So with Army back up by 2. Get set up now. Being able to save that one was Isabella Sullivan. Turner with a dig. Down the middle, a big rejection on the attempt by Warmond. And from Army's point of view, they say, let's lay it down even further. And they just continue to work it down hard. Score is now 5-2 for the Army Black Knights, and they're just really getting the type of momentum they want to begin the second set after they dropped the first one. On the left side, forcefully by Tulovic, off the double deflection attempt by Army. Army now up 5-3 now after a big point for Lafayette. Getting a little back and forth action here from both sides. Army gets set now, Etheridge. On the left side, Savannah Bray, and a big deflection, falls to the ground. Maddie Warmond again, being able to help provide that defensive play. As you expect from somebody who's plays middle blocker, entering this contest with over 50 blocks actually on the year. Get another substitution. Kate Buckingham checking in for Savannah Bray. Buckingham, the senior outside hitter from San Antonio, Texas, went to Winston Churchill High School. Played in 6 matches in the spring. Here's Buckingham now. Able to get there quickly was Weston. And over the middle, Deegan could not get it over the net. Attack arrow off of her, and Army retakes a 2-point lead. They're now up 6-4. Leanna Deegan has had her great looks in set 1, but here in set 2, not having the type of start that she wanted in order to try and keep the momentum on her team's side. Team that's trying to go for their 10th win of the year. It's hard to recall the last time they had 10 wins in a single season. Not to mention their conference record at that. 6-2 they are, tied for Army. Because of the deflection off of Lafayette, they had to save that one. So Army will get another chance. Etheridge from the light side. Fiximer getting it off of Deacon. And she does it again. Army up 7-4. just continues to get even more lethal for the Black Knights to work on their attacks. They didn't have as much as Lafayette did, would seem, in the first set. That must have been what Lee told him in those 2 timeouts. So they need to work on more attacks and better kills at that. And it just continues to get there. Fixamer once again getting the ball off of a Leopard. Now Army up 8-4. Welcome back to the Golden Dome Athletic Center in Newark, New Jersey. We are about to start set 2 after the Raptors defeated the Raiders 25-13 by using a 14-0 run. That's really what we didn't expect to see out of that first set was Isabella Choice. That was looking like quite the star. She is coming into this contest with 187 kills on the season, one of the starters in this one, but really, she has just been magnificent, and we probably would have expected more of Kalia Moss to try and work it, but did you see Choice being the one that really shined the most in that first set?
Well, she certainly stood out in a very dominant first set victory by the visiting Raptors of Rutgers-Camden. Of course, number 7 also standing out as well for Rutgers-Camden, the aforementioned Kalia Moss. 7 kills for Choice, and it will be the Raptors to serve here at the start of set number 2.
Let's see if the Raiders can turn things around in set 2. Morgan Fox using one fist to make a dig. It'll be sent over by Moss. Richardson to set it up. Works to Alderis left side, and it goes for an attack error. Raptors get the first point of the second set. So more on Isabella Choice. The fact is she also had an outstanding spring season alongside her teammate Kalia Moss. She ranked among the program's leaders in several categories while also earning academic honors during her first collegiate semester. Oh, and how about that for Eliana Rivera? She just sent it over lightly, but Erica Nebrich once again fails to work on the pass. And so Newark ties it up at 1. That goes down for Eliana's second kill of the night. So Alderis will serve. An attack error that began the second set the same way that it began this match. And a service error that goes off of Alderis gives a point back to Camden. And we have another substitution. Diamond Free checking in for Delaney Kolb.
2 serving 1 for the Raptors.
Erica Nebrich is called for an attack. Call did not have the ability she wanted, and neither does Kyle Manor in that. Went down as a kill indeed for Eliana Rivera in that second point, in that second rally. It was off of Nebrich when she tried to keep the ball in play, but not a good angle. Having Nebrich this time able to work on a service ace. And now a service error. She goes, gets an ace, and then she goes, gets an error.
Zach, only 1 freshman on this Camden team. Heavy senior and sophomore team, and not the largest roster, as both teams' benches are maybe not as large as some of these other schools in the conference.
A big attack and kill by Diamond Free after Moore and Starling failed to use the block to send it back over.
And Isabella Choice checks back into the match for the Raptors.
There is a bad angle to set up to get that first pass. Service ace once again for Camden. They now take a 5-2 lead. Newark has been having a really tough time trying to work on perfecting the passes and the assists, the setups that they want. They haven't been able to get that much of the opportunity they want as Camden has. This must be really something that this volleyball team is going to have to work on once the offseason comes. And Starling, she slices it right down the middle. Looking cross-court on that play.
Love to see that left-handed kill. Sharon Starling getting a big point to make it 3 to serve 5 now.
Son sets it up. Choice. And it almost looked down. That was not a fake. It looked like it may have been a fake, but I think Choice may have failed to try and send that ball over. It seemed like her teammate Free thought that she was going to do that. So Free was just a little late to react to keep that ball alive. This time Troy sends it over, but is immediately denied by Moore. Rally continues. Starling sets up left side. Alexa was denied, but it's a point for Newark after Choice's block goes out of play.
And the shot before that, very heads-up net play by Meredith Moore to keep that point alive. And we're even at 5.
Newark looking to try and take the lead for the first time here in the second set. Alexa tried to send it over, but again a denial on the Camden side. Choice and Moss combining for that. Camden retakes a 6-5 lead.
Not a whole lot that number 13 could do on that one, as it looked like the Twin Towers there at the net. Big block from 7-11.
Oh, he's getting ganged up. That's how you're able to win most matches. Kyle Manor, she finds a hole down the middle. Another kill for her, and again, we're knotted up at 6.
And we're all tied at 6.
Manor putting up her second kill of the night.
Kyle Manor will be on serve.
So now Manor will be the one to serve it here after she got the kill to once again tie this match up here in the second set. Son sets up. Morgan Fox just had to do the overpass. There was no good opportunity for a total attack. As well, Darius will try the 2, but a nice send over on a dig by Haley Novak.
That dropped in. I loved how the libero, Morgan Fox, stepped up. It sort of took control on that last point for the Raptors.
Haley Novak doesn't get that much time in matches as she usually does, but she has been known the most so far this season for her digs, coming into this contest with 70. Camden back up 7-6. Oh, and really a big miscue on the Camden side. Again, another tie-up. That was kind of unexpected. It seemed like a real fight for the ball between Netbridge and Fox trying to keep the rally alive. So we have another substitution. Richardson checks out, brings back in Eliana. Meredith Moore will serve. Son diving to try and work on the assist. Now Darius. Strike denied by Choice.
Isabella Choice, once again, such a presence in the front for the Raptors, and a big block, and Choice will now serve.
Choice has been quite the dual threat this year. She can really play the offense and the defense, and her height helps her well at 6'2". But not for Netbridge. Ball hits the antenna, it stays on their own side. And again, we're all tied up at 8. They're going back and forth here over these last few rallies. It's with Camden taking the lead, but then Newark being able to strike back after every time.
Scarlet Raiders much more resilient here in the second set.
It's exactly what they need to try and work on a chance in this second set. And the point goes back to Camden and to Devin Cobb. We have another substitution as Hayes checks back in for Moss. I'm just kind of surprised to see Moss and Hayes substitute this much, and not really on the other players for Camden. I mean, seeing what Moss has done over these last few matches, how surprising are you seeing to see that happen between Moss and Hayes than the others?